What are you, Robert De Niro? Yes, I am talking to you.
Don't you know who you are?
Allow me to shed some light on the subject.
We are well into 2023, well into my second year of being on this channel, and I'm just now realizing I didn't really do an intro video to let everyone kind of know who I am and the type of content that I want to share with you. So we're a little bit late, but this is that video. It's kind of weird to do a video like this that's like introducing you to me, because it feels like it's like a dating profile or something.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
But I don't want to.
Fine!
First off, my name's MG. I am a writer and a lover of several forms of media that I have spent some time unpacking on here. My own sort of backstory with everything.
Let me explain.
It,
No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
I was a film studies major, then kind of moved into screenwriting after I finished my undergrad. Yes, that does mean that I've written a few scripts, but I am still a little bit too precious with my work to share it with anybody. Just the fact that I'm telling you about it is a big step for me, so give me some time. Allow me to get more comfortable with the notion before bringing that more into the world. My first love was movies, and I sort of went into the professional side of things with the intent to be a film critic, and have been able to pursue that in a few different ways over the past decade or so. Most recently, I have begun contributing to Incluvie, and if you haven't heard of Incluvie, let me welcome you into this wonderful, wonderful entity. So Incluvie is basically a movie database similar to Rotten Tomatoes, except they rate, well, we rate films based on diversity and inclusion. And if you've watched any of the videos that I have on here, you can tell that that's something I'm really passionate about as well. So it's been a really great fit, and I've only been writing articles and doing a couple video things for them for the past few months, but I'm already, amongst my people, and it's been a really great space to be in. I also should say that in addition to this channel, I have content on that channel that you can check out as well. Right now, there's a Glass Onion review, which does have spoilers, I will say. So if you haven't seen the film, don't watch that review. But if you've seen it, watch the review, love to hear your thoughts. And then most recently, I moderated a roundtable where we talked about the new Avatar film and James Cameron, and let's just say, not a fan. That's your little teaser. But feel free to go over to that channel and check that content out over there. While I'm plugging other things, I should also mention I have content on a few other channels as well. One is this one, which I'll put the link up for. My friend Warren has a channel that he's kind of getting up and running. He decided to record a video having a conversation with me over the phone about his own sort of origin story and how he got into photography and videography. So that's just a fun little 30-minute conversation. And then the other place that I have content on here is my friend Mara's channel, which I'll link here as well. Mara and I have had a lot of fun introducing each other to movies and TV shows. I'm trying to get her into rom-coms. She's introducing me to the wonderful show that is Atlanta, among a few other things. Right now, the content that's on her channel is these sort of react videos. We watch an episode and kind of give our commentary while we're watching it, and then we pause it from time to time and kind of talk about it. So if you enjoy hearing me talk about movies or theater or anything like that in this sort of long-form capacity, there's more of that on that channel. So definitely recommend you head over there. That's sort of an update on where we're at with all the YouTube content that is out there currently. But
Get over there!
All in all, writing is my main passion. Writing about media or writing media. I think that art has such an incredible power to help people feel seen. That's sort of a theme on this channel, if you can't tell already, but it is one of the things that I want to communicate to people because, I mean, even before my life was forever changed by Jagged Little Pill and seeing a character like Joe validate my own figuring things out gender journey, I was already being moved by movies. There's just something magical about experiencing stories, especially when you get to do it with other people. That's one of the things about attending live theater that has been so amazing to me, is being in that space where everybody's kind of having this communal experience. Yeah. Also been doing a lot of analysis of queer content. I think that we're in kind of a golden age for a lot of sort of nuanced queer stories being told, and I think it's so important to have a wider spectrum of queer narratives available to the world, because everybody's journey is different, but everybody is valid in what they're going through, and sometimes you don't even know what you're going through is what you're going through because you haven't seen it explored anywhere else. I honestly had so much imposter syndrome about putting my first video up on my channel. I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna relate to this. I don't know if anybody's gonna call me out for not being queer enough to have this conversation. There's so much stigma and bias within the queer community just about like the types of conversations that we can have, and I really want to open that up more. I want to celebrate the movies and TV shows and music and theater that is kind of like taking the risk to tell these more nuanced or niche stories about what the queer experience is like. And honestly, like, one of my favorites right now is the new A League of Their Own series. I'm in the process of figuring out how I want to share all of my thoughts on that show, because I'm just in awe of everybody involved with that show. I just think that they absolutely hit it out of the park. As a fan of the original film, as someone who played baseball, as someone who's gone through a lot of the queer gender journey struggles that a lot of these characters are tackling in the show, it spoke to me on a level that I didn't fully expect it to. I think that I was excited that they were doing a reboot of A League of Their Own, that there was going to be this baseball thing out there and there was going to be a little bit of queer content, but the broad spectrum of queer conversations that are happening in that and the focus on the importance of queer kinship was just so refreshing to me, and I just feel like we need so much more of that content. I feel like I kind of got that with Heartstopper, but getting to see that explored in a show that is set in an earlier time period where these people were existing but they just weren't free to be their authentic selves. It's really powerful. I've now just gushed about A League of Their Own, which a lot of people in my life have heard me do, so they won't be surprised when they see this video. But the initial videos that I have on here are pretty long form content, somewhere between 25 and 40 minutes, give or take. That is kind of my MO. That's kind of the way that I like to talk about things, because I like to really dig in to what it is about art, cinema, theater that really strikes a chord. I know that that's not the way that a lot of people are consuming content these days, so I'm working on trying my hand at some shorter form content. If you haven't seen them yet, I actually have a couple YouTube shorts that I've put up that are just kind of these silly little skits. I would love to hear people's feedback on what they think of those and if they want more of that kind of content. The way that I approach my reviews is to prepare but not really script it so that it comes off more natural. And I'm trying to do the same with the YouTube shorts, but I'm finding myself needing to kind of tap into whatever latent acting abilities I have to make those more entertaining. But it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun. We'll see how much I can keep up with that. I did a video sort of as like the 1-year anniversary of doing this channel back in the fall, kind of taking stock of where I was at that point in my journey as a creative, as a YouTuber. And I also promised a blooper reel in that, which I have not followed through on, and I apologize. Life has just gotten a little bit crazy, mainly because of all this Incluvie stuff, which is very exciting, but I do want to be good about being consistent on this channel, so bear with me as I figure out a good rhythm for that. I guess I just want to say, for anybody who has been following me from the beginning, for anybody who has just joined this journey with me, first of all, welcome, and thank you for engaging with my content. I feel like I've kind of been searching for a place to share my thoughts on all this kind of stuff, so it's kind of cool to have people who like what I have to say. As trivial as that might sound, it really does mean a lot to me that there are people out there who want to hear my take on various aspects of media. So I guess I'm just kind of excited to see what the year brings and to see what new shows, what new movies spark joy. Yeah. 2023. One other thing that I will try to work on this year, I've kind of spent the past year or so getting my bearings and figuring out how to do all those sort of mechanics of running a channel like this. And I've picked up some skills and experimented with various transitions, adding multimedia aspects to these videos. But one thing that I still haven't really landed on is like an intro and an outro. So I am going to work on coming up with something that could be kind of entertaining. So stay tuned for that. We're not there yet, but for this video, I will just do the outro that I have on all my other videos, which is to say, if you like this video and you want to hit that little thumbs up, that'd be cool. And if you really like this video and you want to see more videos that I put on here, if you want to keep up with my journey as I continue to figure out how this whole thing works, try out short form content, share some more reviews, talk about movies, talk about theater, talk about queer stuff. If any of that appeals to you, I would love for you to subscribe. There's a little button, and if you hit that button, you'll become one of my subscribers and you'll get notified of when I put new content out. Yeah, follow me along on this little adventure. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. One of the films that I have covered on this channel was Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it's now up for so many Oscars, so I'm just like geeking out about that and so excited. I feel like it's gonna win some. It would be really cool if it won Best Picture. I do feel like Michelle Yeoh is probably gonna win, and I'm very excited about that because she really deserves it. In some ways, I'm kind of happy that it got nominated for so many things because it gets it on more people's radar. I know the award shows are kind of, you know, catch as catch can in terms of how much we put stock in them, but for a lot of people, once things get nominated for Oscars, that's when they start to pay attention. So I'm just glad that this acknowledgement of what the Daniels have put together is allowing more people to become aware of this wonderful, wonderful film. And yeah, I'm excited to see if it wins a bunch of awards at the show. I mean, I did a video on CODA last year, and CODA won, I think, every award that it was nominated for. So I'm not saying my videos are the lucky charm, but I'm not saying it, so.
Don't let anything distract you from it.